Welcome back, guys, to the Tatum Talk Show, man. Listen, I got a special guest today, Mr. Canard, man. His son right now is one of the top defensive ends in South Carolina. Should possibly be a first, second round draft pick. My co-host today, though, is Buck Fitzgerald, man. All the way from Nashville. I call him the mayor of Nashville, man. One of the best people you could ever know in the football world, man. But again, it's a Tatum Talk Show where good is the enemy of great. Guys, man, listen. Mr. Kennard is already... he's an entrepreneur. He's been in real estate over the last 20 years from Detroit. Has done well for himself, but he's into football, loves football. So I want to just tell people who you are briefly on your story. How'd you end up here in Atlanta?
Man, I appreciate you having me, Derek. I love all sports actually. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm into whatever. I'm into whatever my kids do. You know what I mean? So I ended up in Atlanta. I moved to Las Vegas. And I came in Atlanta back and forth partying and traveling, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature,
yeah,
you know?
No doubt.
But, I'm a single dad as one of 3 kids. I always had all my kids with me from day one. So I'm from the west side of Detroit, like you mentioned. And so, I grew up, been, hardier times and stuff like that. So all my friends and stuff that I grew up with, a lot of them been in prison and been killed and family members and stuff like that. And I was a great athlete. But I never had the push behind me like I pushed my kids to do from my father. So I always wanted to know really how far could I really went. You see what I'm saying? If I had the same, I love my dad, you know what I'm saying, don't get it wrong, but you know what I'm saying, just some people just don't do the same things, if that makes sense,
yes,
right?
Yes, for sure.
So my only goal was to be a father I got all sons. So my thing was they could never be a street dude. I don't know what they could do. Whatever you're gonna do, you're not gonna be a street dude, and I'm gonna be consistent in your life and push you to do whatever you could do. Right. So I love sports, and so I put them in football, basketball, baseball, and that's what made them do, and that's how we got to here.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, man. How your relationship is with your sons? Because I know you push them, and I know it's. I mean, come on, man. Tell me. Because I know there's some headbutting in there, man, a little bit in there, man.
Well, guess what? To be real with you, I don't like teenagers at all. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real with it. You know what I'm saying? I got another, like Kyle, I got 14 to 17. Ooh, I couldn't stand him, but I loved him every day. You did?
Yeah.
So, I got Kalen back there. He's 50. I don't like him right now. You know what I'm saying? But I love him.
All A student baseball player, star baseball player, all A student.
But I love, they think they know more than you. You feel me? So, you go through that. I would tell them all the time, you're not going to like me every day, but you're going to know I love you every day.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, especially dealing with boys, they're my sons, but we kind of like brothers too, because like I told you, but we always been together every day. So they know who got their best interests at heart all day. And sometimes I could be overbearing and shit like that, stuff like that.
It's all good. It's our show, but
okay.
Speak freely.
Yeah, sometimes I can be overbearing and stuff like that, man, but they know what's real and what's not real. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we are with that.
So when you say you can be overbearing, so obviously you are cognitive of how hard you push. It sounds like you have a really good balance. Obviously, the results are there with your son being a stellar player, just getting to college, earning a college scholarship, but obviously being one of the top players in the country. Where does that balance, and how do you feel like you've been overbearing?
Well, the balance come in at, I'm going to just say it like this here, God know my heart is pure. I've really been blessed with some good kids, first and foremost. People. As young men, individuals first. But overbearing wise is I see more for them than they can see for themselves at a younger age.
Right.
When they feel like, hey, you working me too hard, you doing this, you sitting me over the table. Little dog, I know more. I've seen more. I can see you can do better. You could do more. You know what I'm saying? So I can see it. So it can be overbearing to them. They might not understand it, but that's where the love, because once they conquer that, what I see, and get past that, then it's like, oh man, I see what he was talking about.
So it's really not overbearing, though.
Yeah, that's not overbearing. Then.
It's like they don't like it, they're uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But obviously
it
was the right thing to do. I mean, it's our job as fathers, correct me if this is not your philosophy, but it's our job as fathers to really mold our sons into what we aspire for them to be. And they might not be able to see that, and that's uncomfortable. It's tough, because obviously we want our kids to love us and like us, but that's a tough balance to strike.
Let me tell you something, man. A man can never be a king if he don't take care of his family, right? So this is the thing is here. So I come from Detroit. I tell dudes all the time, like we just dealing with dudes that's in the street and stuff like that. Well, you don't take care of your kids. Well, you never can hang around a person like me.
Period.
Because guess what? If you don't give a damn about them, I know I don't stand a chance, bro.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? So
I'm
like,
the same
and
way.
you see all this playing out in the world, what's everything is going on with all these evils and stuff, or how these people flip stuff on you. But as a child, I think this as a kid, you have to make them know what they're going to do. These different type of races and stuff like that here, they tell this kid what this kid is going to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
You got to put this into them. You know, so like my younger son, Kalen, he's a top baseball player. It is
Dog.
right there. Guess what? But guess what? I said, you should be a pilot as well. He wants to be a pilot. He interested in that as well. Just something else just to keep these guys going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle, he going to make a lot of money playing football, but let's go ahead and get you a real estate portfolio well together so you could be, because that's some of the things that saved my life. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
You know what? I want to bring it back a little bit. I want to bring it back. So let's talk about in high school. Like every kid think they the best. Every kid, I don't care if you're a 3-star, you should be. They think you're a 4-star. If you're a 5-star, you feel like you should be ranked number 1. You know what I'm saying? So we played against Will Anderson in high school.
Right.
All right. And
Kyle got a chip on the shoulder with you about that.
Yeah. So Will Anderson. When I seen that guy, I'm like, bro, that's the best I've seen, bro. Mm-hmm. Kyle, I said, Kyle, you ain't him. Like I told him that. Like that dude right there is something different, man. So like when you saw Will Anderson play, what did you say to your son?
I don't know how much I said to him about that, but when I saw Will, I seen the motor. That's the first thing I recognized about him is the motor. You know what I'm saying? That he had the motor. And so like, you know, like some of, you know, me and my sons, I got different knocks of issues on all my sons. You feel me? But you know, that's what each parent's gonna have anyway. But like Will, his motor is extremely high. But Kyle said, hey, he said, man, what is Tatum talking about? He said, I had 2 sacks and distant tackles to that game. I said, well, he jumped off the field.
Yeah, but it was a difference though. Like Kyle had a great game, but he destroyed our game though. Like, hey guys, I want to pause on that. I know y'all want to hear some more on that. I'm gonna pause, man. This segment's brought to you by. Hey guys, welcome back, guys, to the Tatum Talk Show, guys. Got a special guest today, man, Mr. Canard, man, father of a first and second round draft pick, Kyle Kennard, who I've been knowing since he was about 14 years old, and also my guest from Nashville, man, Buck Fitzgerald, played at University of Tennessee. I call him the mayor of Nashville, guys. So back on this Will Anderson deal, man. Listen, I'm gonna give you a quick Will Anderson story because it relates to Kyle. So I seen him, Will Anderson, before the game. And they had a bunch of, I'll say, more culture on their team than we did, okay? You know what I'm saying? So they came in the game and they saw us, they probably thought we was gonna be, hey man, these guys are soft, and so they weren't really hyped. Will Anderson did something that I know only great players do. He had to hype himself up. So he know that I'm a talker, I'm a hype coach. He kind of walked through my drill. He did it once and I ain't say nothing. I'm like, He did it again. I said, hey man, ain't you in my drill? And then all of a sudden he looked at me and said, what? He got all of his players. They ran over there. He said, you see this coach? He talking to me. We gonna destroy it. And I'm like, Will, man, I ain't really mean it like that though. But that's the mentality of a guy that was, when you saw in high school, you knew he was a first round draft pick. No, not first. He was a first draft pick. He was a top 5 draft pick. And Kyle, at the time, he wasn't there yet, but I just knew that he could be there if he developed more. So like when you told me that you're going to Tech, I'm like, man, that's a good move for him because they're going to help develop him because Kyle didn't really train that much at a young age. So I felt his potential was still there. So like, what do you think about from high school to now of how he's developed as a person and a player?
Well, like I just told you, like, teenage years was, it was a struggle with Kyle, 14 to 17. But, just like any typical teenager would do, nothing too crazy. But what's most impressive about Kyle right now to me is his mentality, his maturity.
Yeah.
Like, it's the mental, like to know how, like, it's one thing for you to say, hey, this boy in Tennessee, this is what he doing every day, do this and third. He don't want to hear that mess. You see what I'm saying? But now he takes initiatives. He does that now on his own. You see what I'm saying? With different people he worked out with. He done worked out with the best, pro athletes, whoever all around, elite talent. everybody that's with that, and Coach Sturluch up there, they got us over to South Carolina. You know, so and Marco Coleman was his guy that recruited him to play like 15 years for the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's a dog.
You know, so that's my boy. Yeah. He left and went to Michigan State and came back. You know. And, you know, Kyle just had to grow up some. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what Will circumstances was, like, if he had to be in all to his family or what. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My kids, he had me, so he just was chilling. You know what I mean? And
that's part of it. That's part of it.
And guess what? So some kids are happy to be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was happy to be Power 5 out of high school, at college. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? He party. I'm finally out of dad's house. You sit up, said I could do what I want because it was a little strict, like we say. So, and I don't know what Will plight was, but I can't say the difference. But his motor up there now, baby.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they call that happy home kid.
Okay.
Right.
With college coaches, a lot of those guys though, like you said, it's in them. They just hadn't tapped into it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then when they start to dominate another human being, sometimes that feeling is addictive, especially on the lines of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this, like, we got the plan. So one of the things we're going to Tech was this here. Like, is my son going to play? He wanted to play early. He had a bunch of offers. He could have went. He was going to go to USC. He was going to go to Arizona State, a few other places. Yeah. It's like, well, are we going to play as a freshman? They said, yeah, you're going to play as a freshman.
Right.
Now, the worst thing that happened to him as a freshman was this here. He played. As soon as he played the game, he got like 3-4 sacks. That was the worst thing. Looking back on it, me and Kyle just laughed about this a week ago.
Yeah.
So he got 3-4 sacks that season instantly, but he got the sacks doing the wrong thing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
okay.
looking back on it,
That's
so
right.
it was like, oh yeah, we in here. We thought we was arrived. So like I mentor a lot of other parents. Like, how did you get your son to play early? I said, really and truly, baby, like your child really ain't even ready to play. They coming from high school.
Yeah.
Everybody, like you said, everybody, I don't care what position you think you are, you think you better than the person that's starting, the better than the next person in front of you.
Yeah.
Everything, right? But a lot of parents, you know, it's hard to go from high school to college.
Right.
First of all, you're dealing with a 17, 18, 19-year-old person playing against guys 21, 22, 23, 24 in some cases.
These days, yeah.
In some cases, right? 6-year graduate, right?
Yeah.
The body not even developed properly, right? Then so many different plays and different things you got to know. You used to being so great coming where you from.
Yeah, well, let me ask you a question then. So, but I never forget, man, like the two years before, every offseason after his sophomore year, you was like, hey, Tatum, better transfer. Like, it wasn't no, I'm thinking about it. It was like, Tatum, we transferring. And I talked to you and I'm like, bro, like why? Like, why? So what made you say, you know what, I'm not going to transfer?
You gave me some hell of advice. You gave me some great advice. This was before NIL and all this stuff was going on. You was like, bro, bro, he has a position. This, I'll never forget what you said. You said he has a position. You know, he said you can go to another school where he don't have a position.
Right.
He said you can go work hard for another position there. He said that don't even make no sense. He said he still can get his degree, and you never know what can happen to manifest. And what you said was actually true.
Yeah. Well, see, and what happened, and see, what people don't understand is, man, college coaches are moving left and right. So a lot of times people jump the gun, and you may get a better coach next year. So, hey guys, I got to pause on that right there, guys. This segment was brought to you by. Yeah, all right, guys, welcome back to the Tatum Talk Show, guys. Hey, man, the Tatum Talk Show. Here we go with Buck Fitzgerald, my co-host for the day, man. What good is the enemy of great? I got my guy, Mr. Canard, man. I told you I've been knowing him for over 10 years. His son is probably going to go first, second round this year draft, hopefully first round. But, man, I want to talk about your decision making. Like, you decided not to leave Georgia Tech, but then at the last minute, you decided, okay, I want to leave Tech. What were some other schools that were looking at you, and what made you decide South Carolina?
We had Missouri, Florida State, Colorado.
Yep, I remember.
Southern California. I mean, it's a bunch of schools called. A bunch of, but those are hot on the hunt. But Kyle had a great year. He had a great year last year, right? But the draft combine, I think they had a 2 grade or something like that. Or was it 2 or B, some grade? And they were saying they wanted to see if he could do the same thing in the SEC that he did in the ACC.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Right,
so that was the thing. So he started off hot, and so we was like, and then this NIL, it was big time, and it was like, well, what's up?
So let me ask you a question. Hold on, because here's the thing that I want you to talk about, and we talked about this. Everybody hopping on the NIL. So there's some kids that right now, and Buck, they're going to a school strictly because of the NIL,
Right.
not understanding the fit. Because you can get more money from one school, but you chose South Carolina because of they gave NIL, but the fit was better for you. Explain that process. What you were thinking about?
Yeah, the money was great too, but the
Okay, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna call him Reverend Tatum.
but it is the fit though. Don't get confused. It is the fit, right? Because like Kabul, boy, like and it didn't went up. But
It went up.
It is the fit, correct? But you know. Sterling Luch again, those guys, Beamer, those guys kept it real. They told the truth. Like parents, a lot of times these coaches be lying. They tell the truth. They work here today, they recruit you today. Next you think you sign with them. They got a job over here. They gone. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize about the coaches this here. They got dreams. They got things they're trying to fulfill as well. They want to be a head coach one day. They want to be a DC one day, or OC one day. You feel me? So they tell you what to get you there. But hey. Temple calling him for a defensive coordinator job. Now they gone. Now you over here, at this guy's you on his offensive line, but he didn't recruit you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they wanted to feature Kyle, and that's what they said they was gonna do, and that's what they did. Man, they didn't took care of Kyle. They didn't talk Kyle so much more. Like you talking about the work and the training, like that being that he got now. Like I mean, he got that from Sterling Luch, man. Like for real, shout out to Sterling Luch over there. Like they over there real, and he love them guys over there. Them guys love him. They genuine. You see what I'm saying? So like that's real.
Nothing is more important than development.
Right.
So I understand. I'm getting on Reverend Tatum about it, but this is important though because you were in a power position.
Yes, he
right.
was.
Well.
So because you're in a power position, you don't have to choose development or the bread.
Right? Both.
No doubt.
So it sounds like to me you're saying, okay, we're in a good position. We have all these suitors. Let's figure out a way that we can maximize the long-term earning power by being drafted high, which means development and showcasing everything that happens on the field, but at the same time maximize the money now with the good NIL. So through that process, how did you manage the NIL piece? Did you do that yourself? Did you have representation? How did that work?
Well, like you say, I'm the leader of the family. I'm pushing them up to be the leader. They about to pass me up. So, they know. People know if you want to talk about Kyle Canard or Kayla, any of my kids, you got to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? That's probably known in the world already. And like, I know if you bullshitting or not. I can tell. I can see it better than whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see, hey, if you want to give up $600,000 and this is $450 over here, like is we featured? Is we talking? Like I got into it with I don't know if I should say this, but I got into it with what's
Don't say his name.
I got into it on one of the visits with the coaches in his office at the table. He talking. Kyle tried to talk. I told Kyle, shut up. Let me talk. No, guess what he said? He said, I don't talk money. I just talk football. I said, well, point me to the collector because I talk money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I talk money.
Yeah.
And Kyle said, well, I don't really want to go out. I said, I tried to tell Kyle, hold on, bro, chill out. You feel me? Like, stop that. And guess what? They're having a terrible season right now. You feel me? And I just seen on Twitter, it's like we should have signed Kyle Kennard. We didn't sign him. And it's a big old thing going on right now. But they were so arrogant and so cocky, and I'm like. But he doing the job to do.
I know you're talking about. I can't say his name. But I know you're talking about.
There's a few programs like that. That's arrogance.
But
I mean, I get it. But you're not gonna put your accolades on me, my man. I only got to worry about this child right here.
That's it.
And I'm gonna say something about NIL. I'm gonna tell this here. Like you played college ball, you played too.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is, if you could have walked,
smash his.
Nah, you play with Tennessee, man.
Y'all looking nice right now. But listen, but picture this though. Picture if you guys could have, because everybody not gonna go pro, right? Picture if you could have played for 4 years, man, and picked up $1 million, right, and then had a boost going into start your life off 22, 23, 24-year-old young man, and now you know how to deal with money and everything else. It's really a beautiful piece if you do it right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like. The ultimate goal, of course, is to go to NFL, right?
Sure.
But let's be honest. Everybody's not going to get that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But the NIL is not a bad thing. They should have been paying people. They're making it look like it's so overbearing because they haven't been doing what they're supposed to do.
That's right.
So you should be developing and you should be paying.
But see, let me play devil's advocate. You're a real estate mogul, okay? You're a guy that's been investing in real estate for 20 plus years.
No doubt.
You've been negotiating. You understand how it works. You've made $100,000 over the years. So you understand that piece. What about that dad or that mom that don't understand that piece? How are they gonna navigate the NIL thing? You see what I'm saying? Because hold on, like it's like this. When an agent comes to you and say, "Well, I'm gonna get Kyle a car," well, Kyle got a car already worth $70,000. Okay, when they say, "Well, I'm gonna give him some cash," Kyle already got real estate already in his name. So for you, you're like, "Hey man, what you're saying don't mean nothing to me because my son's set up."
Right.
But what about the son that's not set up, that's not as smart as you, that has not had that experience of negotiations?
I mean, look, well, then you, like always, you got to go for research someone else that's smarter than you to figure out something else. But long story short, any parent knows what sounds right, what looks right. Some things may be fool's gold, right?
Yeah.
But let's be real here. If your son like that, they in your living room want to give you $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Maybe your son's probably worth more than that already.
Ooh.
You
Wow.
feel me?
Yep.
So,
Wow.
so you see the boy from Oregon. They just gave his family $15 million to go to Oregon.
What?
Football player. College guy, high school.
$15 million?
$15 million. Phil Knight not playing with this game. He said he's going to win the 10th.
Oh, $15 million.
$15 million. I don't know how many years it broke down or what it is.
Did y'all see the UNLV quarterback?
He quit today.
Yeah.
He ain't good. Kyle sent me that today. Good. I'm happy for him.
So he probably quit though because he already got a deal and he used or whatever.
No. So what I heard, this is what I heard, and I don't know, but what I heard was he signed a deal, he outplayed his deal.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
He wanted more money, and they like, nah.
They said they didn't pay him.
Oh wow.
But see, a lot of these schools, so I ain't gonna call them. A lot of these schools wasn't paying at first. They're going to do collectives and all this. So now they made the law where the school could play. So don't be surprised in the college, like these schools with the big names, they got the names, whatever they are, right? They're not the same schools right now. You're seeing it this season right now because why go sit somewhere for 3-4 years behind you and I can go get paid and go play over here? Yeah. You feel that's why everybody is looking kind of different right now this year for real.
Well, that's
which they should be looking different.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but that's part of like I said, and the Alabama folks, they jump on my neck on this, but I said Saban ran.
That's exactly why.
Saban ran because he was tired of not everybody can compete.
Exactly.
Everybody can compete because everybody got money now. So what's happening? Saban was still getting the top talent, but he wasn't getting that depth.
The depth, right.
Because
exactly.
like back in the day, I'm gonna forget when he had Alvin Kamara, he had Derrick Henry in the backfield, Drake. He had like 6 backs. All of them got drafted. What's happening is that top tier guy still going there. Yeah. But that Alvin Kamara, he like, hey man, I can go over here and get paid now and play now.
Like Mr. Baker said, they put a freshman in.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because like they loaded.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They
exactly.
loaded. But guess those same 2 guys, they over it. Well, don't be surprised if Georgia State can win it. As long as the alumni got a bunch of money, every college alumni got a billionaire, multi-billionaire alumni.
Yeah. South
so
Florida.
You can buy it.
Shout out to my man Golish.
Yeah, for
Watch
sure.
South Florida.
As long as they got the money to pay.
Wow.
And guess what? So what they're going to do now is they got to put a salary cap on.
No, it's going to turn to the NFL. Yeah. It has to. It has to because see, so y'all, this is what y'all got to understand. These colleges just been making this money.
Man,
so all y'all people say you don't like that. Listen, where the money was going, they was keeping it. Man, they was keeping it, bro.
I heard
they been making this money.
Listen, SEC schools been making $70, $80 million a year just off TV.
Yeah.
That's not the popcorn. That's not the Coca-Cola.
They're making
that's
$15 million a game.
Yeah, so right now, like you said, booster fatigue is real. Yeah. Boosters having to do that every year. Now the schools have to reach into their pocket from all that TV money
I read that,
and give it up.
I read somewhere they said that the colleges don't know how they're going to be able to stay afloat because I said, man, y'all better stop playing. Y'all been getting this money for 60 years. Y'all been getting this money
all these years, man. Build stadiums. Man, come on, man.
In fairness, it hurts the middle class, right? It hurts like the group of 5 schools because they don't have the TV contract. So it may be tough for them to compete. So their programs are going to become like a farm system in a way. Yeah. If a kid balls out, if your son went to Georgia State, right? His first 2 years, he got to go.
Well,
right?
no, that's real.
It's going to high school. It's going to help them.
No, because look, Dale McGee said it like this. He kept it a buck with me. He said, Coach, He said, I understand what it is. School, these kids don't come here, they're gonna play here for a couple of years and they probably gonna leave.
But Dale is smart because it's gonna be what it is anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But
so you gotta leverage that. You gotta say, come here and you will look even prettier.
I mean, they just beat Vanderbilt.
Well,
they just beat Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So
beat Tennessee a couple years ago.
Exactly. So I listen, I get it, but the mid-majors, they're getting a better player too now, though.
That's right.
They're getting a better player because
they're getting a high school 4-star.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
3-star, 4-star high school.
They're getting a 3-star when they never would have got those kids.
Correct.
Because those
he's
kids,
not even ready to play.
Right.
ACC, Big Ten.
Back in the day, every 3-star in Georgia was going Power 5. Mm-hmm. Now 3-stars in Georgia, they're going mid-major now.
Yeah. Right.
Because it ain't no more. So now these mid-majors are getting a better player, which now they're more competitive. Like, think about it. UNLV beat Houston and Kansas back-to-back. A mid-major. So that's telling you.
And the boy just quit. They better pay him.
Pay him.
He gone.
Just pay him.
No, he already.
It's too late. It's too late because he already got an agent now, so he already got
his deal.
Yeah, he got a deal.
He already got
it.
Come on, coach.
That's back to that slavery mentality. The college you playing, pay the boy. You wouldn't
pay
have.
him.
Guess what? If you was the same team, Las Vegas, you was the Raiders, you would not have paid the quarterback. He was doing that.
Nah.
You would not pay the Raiders people.
Yeah.
Pay them. But they try to manipulate the families and the kids. They still ain't wrap their brain all around. They coming around that they got to pay these kids. And somebody told you right. Sit on up.
Dang, man, that's crazy. Can you imagine coming in and you a receiver? I got a receiver there. Ricky White is in my program. All right, Ricky White had last year almost 1,500 yards receiving last year. He's up for the Political Cup award, right? You imagine coming in and then today, like your quarterback going, you like what? Like it's my
I understand both sides. It's capitalism, right? It's pure capitalism. So this is within his rights. I do feel bad for the sport. That, I would like to see that young man
finish the year out.
Take away the circumstances. I would like to see the young man finish out the season.
Man, they ain't care about no sport. They want that bag.
No doubt. And I don't knock that either. It's capitalism.
I ain't mad at it, but I just wish he could finish the year out. But
it's bad for the sports.
But he got 2-3 million coming to him. And
he don't want to take that risk.
Or he might be able to go into the draft. Where year is he?
No, he got to come back. He got to come back.
But see, why?
Or he is coming back.
Because if he's gonna come back, if he's gonna go to the draft, he'd play the year out. So he knows that he guaranteed he probably got 3, 4, 5.
He got a deal line. He got a deal.
Oh, he got a big deal.
Oh, you get a big deal on the leg. Man, listen. They get man.
So before we got about 1 more minute left, man. Mr. Canard, give me. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. One question is, give me advice that you would give your 18-year-old self, okay, right now, from what you know about, and then give me some advice that you would give to every parent from high school through college, because the NFL is that's far-fetched, but I'm talking about from high school to college.
My 18-year-old self?
Your 18-year-old self. What would you tell yourself, your 18-year-old self?
Slow down and listen more. Slow down and listen more. At that age, slow down and listen more.
That's
so, I mean, so many different reasons. We be here all day. But you know what I mean?
So give me some advice that you're giving to a parent right now who's got a 13-year-old son, got potential. What was the best advice you would give to them from 13 through 18 for them to go to college?
Keep on working. Put the work in. Don't never stop working. Seek out information. Seek out to be with the best trainers that you can. I done fired more trainers. I done fired over 30 different trainers. You see what I'm saying? Like people don't all always just go for the pay to play. Pay. Don't worry about sometimes your son not playing at 13, 14, 15 years old might be a blessing in disguise for you. But get some real folks around you like Tatum, that really know what's really going on out here. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these guys, for some reason, everybody seems to know how to do everything right here nowadays. You know what I mean? But they can't and they don't. And that's all I tell you. You know what I mean? Okay. And just be real.
All right. And then last thing, man, can you give me a testimonial, man? Just tell the parents about Elite Talent, how we helped you and how our program has affected you.
Oh man, Elite Talent, man, they've been strong. They done took both of my sons, my nephew, on these college tours. Took Kyle on the first college tour. Remember he stole the gloves of Alabama. Remember forgot about that, Kyle. We gonna let you live that one down. But we done been on different tours with them. I done sponsored kids with Elite Talent. Yeah. Derek really a genuine dude. A lot of people, they don't like some people got misconceptions of him because he's real. You know what I'm saying? It's only one way to be real. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like a lot of people no disrespect to you, think too much of your kids. They're not as good as you think they are. You know what I'm saying? They let them be coached up, let them be trained by people that's really been there. You know what I'm saying? So elite talent has been immensely helped us kids, man. My son was lazy as hell back there. He helped him, man. No, elite talent is like that. Every Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Appreciate that, hey, guys. I want to throw y'all a curveball, man, because me and Buck got a good debate, and so I think LeBron. Man, listen, I'm from Cleveland. I think LeBron is a GOAT, but I think Jordan is too. I think LeBron is a GOAT.
No, you don't.
LeBron a GOAT.
No, you don't, dear.
LeBron a GOAT.
No, you don't, dear.
He better than Durant, though. He better than Durant.
I'm gonna stay out of it.
He better than Durant. Who you think the GOAT is?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Okay.
It's not even close. Like, how did this get close?
First of all,
explain to me how this get close.
People compare LeBron James to the wrong person. He's an athletic Magic Johnson. You talking about you talking about man 6-0 title rings, 30-something like.
I don't know how I got close.
So why do listen? So why do
just because he played a bunch of years?
I don't know how did this get close? How did it get close? How is this a debate?
Why do we? Okay, so LeBron lose 6 championships. All right.
And Michael wins 6.
But hold on. But Michael lost in the first round like 5 or 6 times though. We gonna
5 or 6 times.
We gonna take that.
He lost to the greatest team of all time. He averaged 43.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask this gonna sum up for one play, game on the line, down 2 points for your life, not no money. Who you gonna take? Who you gonna have the ball?
Stop thinking.
For your life.
Jordan, man. All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
take
take
Jordan. But LeBron gonna make the right basketball play.
But you know, that's
LeBron gonna make the right basketball play.
That's cold word for being a cow.
No.
That's cold word for being the right basketball play is to put the ball in the basket, go home and keep your life.
Hey, guess what happened though? Ever since LeBron passed off, that's been something I've never heard that in basketball.
It just happened. It just started happening.
He makes the great basketball play.
That just started happening.
He's a good player. He's a
That
great
just started
player.
happening.
I got it like number 6 or 7 all time.
I got an 8 or 9.
Okay, yeah.
You're crazy, man.
I got Jordan. I got Kobe. I got Kareem.
Man,
I got Magic.
Will,
I got Shaq.
Hey, man, listen.
Then I got
listen.
Duncan. Then
Kobe
I got
is
him.
so overrated, bro.
Kobe overrated.
Kobe overrated. Listen.
He got 5,
okay,
my man.
Okay, hold on.
You got a nickel.
Elijah Wan. How you been Elijah Wan?
Kobe ain't bet. Man, hold on. Listen, y'all. This is why. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Jordan out of the question.
Stop comparing.
I'm gonna leave Jordan.
Stop comparing. Listen, stop comparing people to Black Jesus. Stop. Y'all gotta stop with
Jordan
Jordan.
out the conversation. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna take Kareem out of the conversation too. I'm gonna take Kareem out of the conversation. All right. So nobody else. So Kobe Bryant. This is a fact. Before he died. What you say, man? You're nobody to somebody kills you. Hold on, man. Before Kobe died, I looked on every list because I had to think with everybody about Bron and Kobe. ESPN, you go look it up, ESPN, pre-death, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, Bleacher Report, Slam Magazine, all of them had Kobe out of the top 10. After he died, all of a sudden he top 5.
Well, let me ask you this.
How you skip Magic?
How
you skip Magic?
Because he skipped Magic.
How LeBron skipped Magic?
Yeah. But you can see, right?
Okay.
Who's a better basketball player? You can see.
And that's
what does LeBron James do better than Kobe Bryant?
Everything.
Everything.
But score.
Scoring is a big part of it.
He averaged 28.
Scoring is a big part of it.
Defense. He averaged 28, Brian, 28.
Defense is not close. Defense is not close.
Okay, defense.
That's not close.
Okay.
That's not close.
Scoring, shooting,
better player.
Whoa,
man, better player.
Winning 5 out of 7 rings.
Here's the problem. And I told you, I said this earlier when we were off the air. There has to be a difference between the greatest career and what you see with your eyes, and that's a conflict sometimes.
Okay. Hey, man, I just want to just thank my guests, man. Thank my co-host, man. Listen, this right here, this is what we're going to keep doing every single week. We're going to give you guys the real information from real people, and we're going to keep it 100. We're going to keep, no, you know what? I'm going to keep it 85. I can't keep it 100, y'all. I'll keep it 85, though, but if I keep it 100, they're going to ban my show, man. They're going to ban my show, man. So, guys, this is the Tatum Talk Show, guys, where good is the enemy of great.
Yeah.